guys, Pip here. Welcome back to the channel. This is the August 2025 Big Adventure Vlog video. I got a lot to cover. I'm going to narrate, you're going to watch what I did. I also have a cool story to tell you. Let's dive in. Obviously right now we are watching some bad drivers, but my boss wanted me to tell you about how I got my commercial driver's license. So I think it's a good time to talk about driving while we watch some bad driving. I live in the state of Maryland, and I work in the state of Pennsylvania. So, back in February of this year, my boss told me that I needed to get my commercial driver's license because I have been selected to become the next truck driver for our company. Well, that was a whole fiasco, and that's why my boss wanted me to tell everybody about it, because he thought it was funny. First, they thought I had to get a Pennsylvania commercial driver's license while retaining my Maryland private driver's license, but that's not true. So I spent a couple days driving between the Pennsylvania Department of Motor Vehicles and the Maryland Department of Motor Vehicles, and it was a lot of miles for me driving in my personal vehicle, but my company paid for it. No complaints. If my boss is listening, thank you. I can't complain. That was a good time. Ultimately, though, they sent me to a truck driving school, and now that I'm enrolled in truck driving school, I went through that the past few months, and the beginning of August, which is why I'm talking about it now, that's when I took my commercial driver's license test, and I passed it on my first try. So now I hold a commercial driver's license, and I'm pretty excited about that. Now that brings me to talking about, that's the end of the commercial driver's license, by the way. But it brings me to why I sent this video. This is a public video that I called the driveway update video. I gave no explanation. Well, it's because it's my channel and I didn't have to. No, I ordered a new shipping container, and the shipping container is going to sit on that gravel driveway, that pad that you just saw. This is my personal house. And my Jeep is going to be inside the storage container right where it is right now. And the shipping company asked me to show them, take pictures of the area as to where the driveway is going to be, or where I want them to deliver it. So I said, why not post a video? And they said, yeah, video would be good. So that's why I did that. They liked it. I ordered it 2 weeks ago in August, so again, that's why we're talking about it in today's video. And it took 2 weeks for it to come. There was a whole thing. I don't think I should get into it as to why, but it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of drama for no reason. And finally it did come, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But before it came, I had to prepare the site. So I'm moving all these trailers right here, and I'm moving these to a different part of the yard, so whenever they bring the storage container, they can drive their truck and trailer right where those trailers are currently sitting, or were sitting, and that's why I'm moving everything. Now you might be wondering, how am I getting this really cool footage? Because also in the month of August for 2025, it's just been a massive month for me. I bought a new GoPro mount, and that's what you see me using in this video. You hook the GoPro to this mount, and maybe I'll video it on a later video, but it's really cool. It's like a clamp, and I can clamp it anywhere I want, and the actual post that it sticks on is flexible, so I can move it however I think it should be moved. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's really neat. Now the other thing I wanted to talk about for the month of August, obviously I went to the Peach Festival. It's a small town in Maryland that holds a festival for peaches. So obviously we went. Now I did not video anything at the Peach Festival because I had my wife and kids, and it was a lot. We got like a little wagon, and we're pulling our kids around in the wagon, and we walked probably a mile or so, and then I bought a gallon of peach tea, and also bought a half a peach cobbler, and a jar of peach jam. So that's what you do when you go to the peach festival. You get a bunch of peach stuff, and it was all phenomenal. It was actually the best peach cobbler I've ever had in my life. It wasn't too sweet. It was sweet, but not too sweet. Same with the jam. The peach jam was the best jam I ever had too. Again, not too sweet, so that's perfect. I don't like a lot of super sweet stuff. I like the taste of the peach. You need to enjoy the moment. Now, after all this is done, at the end of this video, I do have some footage of the Augusttoberfest. I want to talk about the Augusttoberfest now while you're watching me drive the Jeep while I'm testing out my new mount. That's going to be coming up here next. But the reason I want to talk about the Augusttoberfest now is because I didn't record a lot of it, because it was just like the Peach Festival, where I had my family with me. But I did bring the GoPro, and I did film some of that. So I tried to edit that for time. Now you might be wondering to yourself, what is a Augustober festival? And you know I like German stuff. Well, this town in Maryland has the Oktoberfest, just like they do in Germany. But they couldn't find a band to play music, because all the German bands are busy in October. So they decided to change the event to be in August so they could hire the band. And that's what they did. And they call it the Augustober Festival as a nod for being it is an Oktoberfest festival, but it's in August. So it's Augustober Festival. And it was actually my first time ever going to that event. They've been having it, I think they said 27 years, something like that. It's been a long time. I just never had the opportunity or the willpower to go. I don't know. I just never went. But this was my first year, so the end of this video, at the very end, I do throw in a little, like I said, a small segment of the Augustober Festival. And here we are. This is me showing that mount that I was telling you about, and now I'm demonstrating here the Jeep at the angle that the Jeep would have to drive on to get to the storage container. And obviously I thought that was too steep. So here's the storage container coming. You'll notice I got a couple of neighbors there on my right side of the screen. That comes into play at the next camera. Yeah, there they are. They had no idea that I was trying to film this. So it happens. I didn't get mad or nothing. I didn't say nothing to them, but it's funny. I'm telling you though, this truck driver, he is probably the best truck driver I've ever seen. He did a great job. Just weaseled that thing right in. It was a tight fit. And then that trailer just tilts up, and there we go. Here's the other angle of it. You kind of get a better shot of this right there. You can see they don't have a lot of room to play with. So I'm super happy to get to where this was. Like I said, it took 2 weeks, and this was my month of August. It's been nothing but stress, and now that was like the grand finale, so I'm very happy. And here is a frick sawmill that was made in, I believe it was 1939 or so. I don't know, it's on the screen, you can look at it, pause the video if you want. Well, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Obviously, I enjoyed making it. And have a good one. See you next time.